So here we're talking about complex emotions. So imagine we have intensity, timeline. We're familiar with that now. And the physical stimulus could be something that is disgusting. And maybe you're walking through a park that you absolutely love. And this is something that I felt, I'll be honest. And I'm walking through a park that's dear to my heart. I'm with my kids and I see a lot of litter. And it's all over the floor and you kind of, it's not good. I'm offended by the fact that people will do that. So I see a piece of litter. Now, that is going to create, as we've already said, this emotional profile. So the litter is the trigger. I'm offended by the fact that people will treat things in this way, but also, remember, obstruction to the way I want the world to be. There's potentially another trigger coming up here. I'm offended by the litter. It's disgusting, the fact that people will do this. But as I think about it more, and I start to cognitively appraise this situation, I start to think, you know what, it really disgusts me. And it starts to slowly move into, you've guessed it, a bit of anger, because now I'm angry that the park isn't as clean as I think it should be, and people aren't behaving the way they should be. So I've got this blend now of disgust. So we have another profile here, but we don't just have anger profile and disgust profile. During this period, we're having both. So we have what is a complex emotion. So on the face, whilst you might have, initially, I would be like, oh, look at, oh, this is, oh, all this mess. And then I start to think about the people that did it. And it's like, oh, so now I've got this anger and disgust blending. And that's what we call a complex emotion linked to a complex emotional facial expression. So keep that in mind, because when we see these facial expressions, oh, what, is it this emotion? Is it that emotion? It's rare that emotions happen in isolation. Often we have these crossovers of emotional profiles, and that's something that we really need to take into consideration when we are analysing facial expressions. Emotions do not happen in isolation.